One of the other areas of controversy has been the issue of how the PS for energy, the CEO of KPC and EPRA resigned.
Resigned, yeah.
Yes. And part of the reason why they resigned was because of an emergency tender that was done where an energy company was given 2 hours to respond to an RFP. And they did. Yes. Then once they did, a few weeks later, the Ministry of Energy sent them a cancellation of the tender, and the oil was already on the way. Okay.
The oil was already, it was almost here.
Imagine.
About MV Paloma.
Hey.
MV Paloma.
So you even ask yourself, do we have policies, do we have legislation or regulations that are supposed to govern emergency tenders within EPRA?
Yes.
Okay.
I am almost certain the public procurement, it's called PPRA.
Yes.
I'm almost certain that Public Procurement Act has that provision.
Yes.
Because if organizations have a way of dealing with direct procurement and emergency procurement, imagine the government. That is number one. Number two, nothing goes on in those ministries and those offices without the approval of, I'm sure, the Minister of Energy.
Yes.
What did he have to say about that process? Did he say, okay, yes, you can start the process, then came back and said no, you can't do this?
Yeah.
There's also that.
Was the PS acting alone?
Yes.
That is the main question.
Was the PS acting alone?
And
if they did,
within this 2-hour window, because we have 3 oil marketers who are allowed to bring oil in Kenya, we have 3 companies. So does it mean that 2-hour window couldn't have been given to the 3 companies?
Exactly.
To have a competitive
bidding process.
Yeah.
Tunaona by the way.
Yeah.
It's called the Public Procurement and Disposals Act.
So now, basically what we need to know is, do we have processes that can allow emergency procurement? And is it possible for a PS to act
by themselves?
Yes.
And even in that emergency procurement, what are the timelines?
Yes.
Is the timeline 2 hours?
2 hours. And why 2 hours?
Why 2 hours?
Was it that much of an emergency?
Exactly. Why 2 hours? And then I think the other thing that the challenge with that process is, how was the oil already on its way?
Imagine.
Like, how was it already on its way?
Yeah.
And if you're saying this is the quality of oil that we need to see, or the quality of fuel that we need to see in Kenya.
Yes.
Where was KPC in all this? So you're saying KPC tested after the fact. So imagine. KPC is doing their testing after
the fact.
After when the oil fuel is already on its way.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, this is not as per the standard.
Imagine.
PS.
And then, the funny thing is, one of the reasons why Parliament was halting the importation of that specific consignment, they said that the price difference. So ideally, we usually buy 1 metric ton at $84. Now, we were going to get it with the emergency deal, we were going to get it at around $234 per metric ton.
That is why they were saying like the value of the scandal is between 4 and 8 billion.
Imagine. So you can imagine if you minus 234
from 84.
At
I miss doing maths, but that's close to 150.
Right?
It's close to 150.
So 150. So the price difference is like $150 per metric ton. $150 per metric ton.
That's a lot of money.
So, and then that brings a lot of questions around how do we handle some of these very important, because fuel is a very important good. How do we handle them as a country? What are the regulations? What are the policies around them? Yes. Because does it mean that the government does not have crisis management procedures? Does it mean that they don't have a risk management sort of framework?
They might. The thing is that our government is very good at having things on
on
paper.
paper. Yes.
But practically, it's very different.